Hi everyone, I'm BCAN's Allie Ray, and today I have Sarah Jenkins, the Director of Public Policy and Community Engagement of the Fair Housing Center. Ode to the Zip Code 2020 is going to be a little different, but before we go into that, can we tell the people exactly what Ode to the Zip Code is?
Ode to the Zip Code is a community poetry contest, and this is a partnership of the Fair Housing Center, the Arts Commission, the Toledo City Paper, the Toledo Lucas County Public Library, and new as a partner this year, Toledo Area Parent. So those 5 partner organizations work together to host this community poetry contest where we ask people in the community to write a poem about their zip code, about their neighborhood and where they live. And the structure of the poem is it's a 5-line poem. So you use the digits in your zip code to determine the number of words in each line of the poem.
Come time for harvest. Loud lumbering combines growl and grumble and wake the humans, reminding us we are of Earth.
Hello, my name is Ryan Bunch. I'm the Director of Community Initiatives at the Arts Commission of Greater Toledo, and this is our 6th year participating in Ode to the Zip Code. That's the fascinating thing for me every year. Poems are so different every year because they're contributed by different people and from different neighborhoods. Zip codes are strange, right? They cover really big areas with multiple neighborhoods in them, and sometimes subdivided by big highways or just small streets or parks. So it's really fascinating to learn through this sort of creative practice how people respond to their neighborhood, to their community, and the way that they pick up on the sights, the sounds, the little nuances of human interaction that make living in a neighborhood what it is, that make it human.
Hello, my name is Gwendolyn Pyle, and this is my Ode to the Zip Code poem. We arrived in April. I met one neighbor in July. The rest have closed doors and cold shoulders.
The reason why this is so special to us and why this is important is because in fair housing, we are always talking about this idea of how your zip code matters, how place matters. And what that means is that the neighborhood where you live has a huge impact on your life. And so where you live is not just an address. It is really your access to opportunities in the community. And so unfortunately, in our community, not everyone has the same experiences in the neighborhoods where they're living. What this contest does is it brings community awareness to this idea. Why do we have people that are living a few miles away from each other, or maybe even a few blocks away from each other, having completely different experiences in life? Because we're trying to make things more equitable so that everyone living in every neighborhood has access to resources and opportunities.
Snow crunching, kids screaming, steep icy hill. Wait. Finally, my turn. It feels like I'm flying. Wish I could fly back up.
I'm Sandra, one of the judges for the Ode to the Zip Code. I've been a judge for several years now, and I am excited to be a panel judge for this awesome contest. Kind of unique in this format, we are looking for contestants to write about their experience in their neighborhood and put it into a brief format of a poem, 5 lines.
What does that look like, judging poems from all different age groups and different experiences?
When I look at a poem through my judge's lens, I'm looking not only from the aspect of a writer, I'm looking from the aspect of critically reading a poem. So I look at poems as to what moves me. I'm looking at something that's unexpected. I'm looking for something that maybe I haven't read before, something that makes me laugh or cry or think about, wow, that's really interesting. I'm glad they offered that point of view. We judge up to 65 or more poems to write about it and to put all of this into 5 lines. It's not always easy because you have to take consideration the number of words in each line, and then pack all of this sentiment, pack all of this power, if you will, into these 5 lines and make it stand out.
Inside the library where many come for warmth, I still see the girl napping in local historical section.
And usually this event has a huge kickoff with the Arts Commission's first art loop of the year, which is usually in April. And this year we're having to rethink this event a little bit with the current pandemic. So how are you online and digitally doing this fantastic event?
Things are changed a little bit this year given what's going on. So what we decided to do instead is to just take the electronic scores that we already had from the judges and use those to just pull the top scoring poems, and those became essentially our winners this year. And we have a virtual event planned. We're going to do a Facebook Live event where we're going to reveal the winners to the whole community. So we kind of had to reconfigure things a little bit this year, but we're still hoping to find a way to share the poems with the community. I think that it's going to be exciting for people to see, especially right now. You know, given everything that's going on, I think it might be inspiring for people to see the poems, to read the poems.
I'm Michaela Torrey, and this poem is for the zip code 43614. On the corner of South Detroit and Glendale, I parked at Kroger and cried for 30 minutes daily.
I think, you know, when I look at all of the poems, and as I said, this is our 5th year doing this contest, one of the things that, it strikes me that every year we get brand new poems and brand new perspectives. You know, this year we received almost 200 entries, and that's typical. We usually receive around 200 entries. And the fact that we've been doing this for this many years and received so many poems, and yet people continue to surprise us with new perspectives, new thoughts, new ideas. And so I think that's what people might take away from this is just to be inspired and to be proud of where they live.
That I'm most excited about is that sense of unity and community, even though we're far apart. You know, there's an interesting, intimate thing that happens, even though we're separated. We're sort of getting this little peek into each other's homes and the backgrounds that are between you and I right now, right? Just what's going on in people's lives. And there's something more authentic and connected about that that you don't get in a shared public space. So I think that's an interesting opportunity that I'm excited to see how that comes through this year.